Right. I used to be a munchkin. It was 1987, and for 20 weeks I was in the Christmas production at the Birmingham Repertory Theatre, and I also got the privilege to be the president of the Lollipop Guild. Now, for those of you who don't know, the president of the Lollipop Guild has to present a lollipop to Dorothy when she comes to with the land of Oz, and it's like a symbol of friendship. So I had to go up. I was chosen to be the president. I had to go up to Dorothy and present her with the lollipop, and if she accepted it, that meant she became a friend of Oz, and obviously, then I would become a friend of Dorothy. So this is a really, it was a pivotal moment in my life. The experience was an incredible one. I was a working class lad from the wrong side of Dudley, and I was given this break to be in this production by a very, very kind director. And now that I'm in education, what I want to do is give the experience that I had in the first week of that production over to my students. And the experience I had was this. Every year the Birmingham Rep, they give over one matinee performance to the children's homes in Birmingham. So every seat is given to them for free. 2,000 2,000 students from homes, from children's homes all across Birmingham. And it was a bizarre performance, a bizarre experience. They made no noise for the entire production. Nothing. Not a sound, not a clap, nothing. And we got to the finale and we finished. And we stood there in our poses, and there was nothing. It was just complete silence. And it was like that for about a minute. And we started looking at each other going, what do we do now? And then the applause started. And it continued and continued and continued. And we did 10 encores. And I don't think there was a member of the cast left not in tears at the end of it. We were all it was just an emotional experience. And I want to try and bring that emotion to the classroom and trying to give the students that I teach something similar. One of those moments, one of those wow moments that that they will remember for the rest of their lives, which is not an easy thing. Could we put a slide?
Which one's yours?
It's actually curators. Somewhere. No, don't worry. It's okay.
It's good.
It's good. So, what we've done is we've set up some really big project-based learning, and these big project-based learning activities are happening with entire year groups. So this is one we started off with Year 9, and they involve really big problems, really big questions. So these students here are they're going to take over the Remembrance Day service at our local church, and are going to run that service. They've got to organise everything. They're going to provide the entertainment. They're going to do all the bookings. They are going to do everything to do with that service. Now that's a massive task, humongous task. There's the logistics to organise. There's all the bookings to do. All of those activities too big, really, for just a couple of students to organise, or even a couple of teachers. So what we've done is we've created a curation group with our students. So we've got 20 students who are organising the whole learning experience for the rest of the year group. Now initially we've chosen our G&T students in Year 9, all chosen by their teachers on a variety of criteria, and we simply presented them with a problem. And the problem was that the vicar at the local church St John's, Reverend Anthony, he doesn't get many people into the service. So this is true, it's a real community problem. He doesn't get many people into the service. So what are we going to do? How can we help? And these students are going to organise that experience. The job of the rest of Year 9 is to create the stuff to make that experience happen. But these 20 students have got to make some important decisions. They've got to decide on the tone of that service. Do they want it to be quite solemn and reflective, or do they want it to be a lively celebration, or what do they want to do? They've got to then communicate that tone to the rest of the year group, and they've got to make it happen. They've got to make it into a real event that people are going to come to. So they've got to do all the publicity and everything else themselves. What I want is for on the 11th of November for these students to stand up in front of an audience and have to deliver something that's quite difficult, but something that's going to make them go, wow, we did that. That was our thing. So we set up a number of these projects across our 3 year groups. So we've got an example in Year 7 where we're going to create an artistic town trail of Ipswich, that's where I'm from, and we're going to place QR codes around the town with artwork and dramatic productions and poetry readings and original pieces of art and sculpture and music and whatever else they want to come up with behind some of our historic sites to give it a slightly different town trail feel. And we've got various other projects we're going to do. We're running our own film festival with our Year 9 students where we're producing a set of films called Lessons from the Past, and we're going to have our own film festival at the local film theatre, the Ipswich Film Theatre, which shows alternative films that aren't on in the multiplex, and they're going to try and encourage people to come and see them, so our little short films will run before the main films. So these are the kind of things we've set up. And the students you can see here are preparing to meet with the vicar. So if we could just, I've got the button here on. Yeah. So they are running a gallery critique here, and you can see they've put their work out. They've written some notes at the bottom. They've put each of those little post-it notes as an idea that they want to show to the vicar about, well, this is what we think we should do. And the vicar then comes in. The vicar then comes in and looks at their work and says, yeah, I like this is good. Not liking this idea too much, don't think this is going to work. And he's the one that gives them their feedback. So they're getting high quality feedback from somebody who really knows what they're doing. And he is helping us to create the project. We've also got other people helping us. We've managed to acquire the services of a professional curator who is going to come in and help students to create this amazing exhibition. What we wanted to do was ask of the students to have really, really high standards. So the idea of having this curation group is they can help us to set a new ethic for work in the school, that we're going to drive work forward, that it's only going to be there if it is of a professional standard. So that service and the work that the students create will be worthy of going into an exhibition. The films that we produce will be worthy of being shown at a real cinema. And we're trying to raise the standards of the work that we do in order to change the work ethic within the school. And we've tried to bring this into our other teaching as well. So whenever we do any kind of topic, even if it's just like a simple poster, we are then teaching students how to create professional standard posters. So it's kind of a link between other subjects and history, and trying to move things forward by really getting to the heart of what makes something really good and really, really effective. So, well, that's it. That's our idea for project-based learning with a curation group.